What's going on, YouTube? We've got another project. I had a good friend of mine who gave me this old boat trailer. You can see here, pardon the mess in the barn, I got to put all this scrap away. But he gave me this old boat trailer. I've already started taking off the boat accessories. So what we're going to do with this is convert this from a boat trailer to a utility trailer to use around the farm. If I had a welder, I would just weld some steel across it and call it a day. But I don't have a welder yet, although that is actually on my list of things to pick up and learn how to do, but I haven't bought one yet. So we are going to do a boat trailer to utility trailer conversion without welding. So the game plan is I have bought these U-bolts. I'm going to put a 2x4 frame on top of the C-channel frame. I'm going to U-bolt them into place, and then I'm going to run like a ridge board down the middle. I still got to take the rollers off. Run a ridge board down the middle and catch that load, and then run deck boards across the whole thing. So it should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and easy to do. And the result is going to be just a smaller utility trailer to move logs, lumber, whatever stuff around here. And I'll probably go get it tagged, so if I got to take anything over the road, I'll be able to do that. So first things first, it needs to, there's a little bit of surface rust here and there. I'm gonna get the wire brush on the drill here, and I am going to just kind of lightly brush that off and then paint it before I start doing the wood part. So let's start at it. All right, we got the boat rollers off. The back one is on a welded bracket, and frankly, it's out of the way. These others were just bolt-on, so I'm just gonna leave that back one on. It's not gonna be in my way at all, because I can just rest that kind of purlin ridge board, and I'll just stop it at that back frame right there. So anyway, we got that all done. I've ground down the steel with my wire rotary brush on the drill. So now we are going to paint it. Rattle can paint special. All right, we got some 2x4s that I've milled, and we need 11-foot boards coming down the long length, and then we've got these short boards, and we've got some other ones underneath there for that. So I just need to lay these boards out, kind of mark where I'm drilling my U-bolts, and drill them out and bolt them on. So I've laid out my 2x4. I've got this U-bolt that'll go on at an angle. So now we've got our brackets, got our brackets or nuts and two lock washers. So this is just going to bolt on like so. Put a lock washer on it. Now we just got to do that on the back. You know, this may be the silliest way to do a trailer, but I think it might work. May have a little bit of a bump here. Could carve that down, but I don't think that's really gonna matter for what I'm doing, just for a utility trailer. All right, let's get our ratchet set and just tighten these down. So now I need to cut this board to go down the middle here to reduce the span. I mean, technically it's only like 6 feet or a little less than 6 feet, but I think it'll just make it stronger to run a board straight down through here and run it across, and then that way that frame will be there. All right, I've got that one cut. I've cut this one to length. I've got it set up on a block and resting on this board over here. And to get this angle, I just need to come underneath here and scribe this on the underside. And then we've got our angle to cut. That doesn't have to be perfect because this is obviously just a trailer for the farm. So, you know, I can tighten that up, recut it, but hey, this one over here is pretty good right there, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna do anything because that is not gonna be fine carpeting. So I just gotta bolt this down, and then I'll run my board up to here, and I'll probably stop that board right here because this is getting progressively smaller span. So, and there's no support underneath here. So yeah, looking pretty easy so far. So we've got this set up here, we've got it centered, and so we just need to mark where these bolts are going. Super easy. Get our brackets, put that down, lock washer. We have the frame basically all set in place. Now all we need to do is run our board down the middle and then start running our deck board. So we just need to go measure and rip a board to width and then cut it to length, and then we'll be ready to start setting deck boards. We've got the frame set, our middle board in place. We're ready to start putting deck down. We got some old leftover pine boards that I am just going to use as decking. Kind of curious to see how long this lasts. Anyway, it's kind of temporary decking. I may come back at some point and weld the frame. So this is kind of a big experiment, but basically we're just going to come down here, screw these in, and then taper it down, and then we'll have a trailer. Well, good morning, YouTube. Here we are. We got this all done yesterday, decided to call it a day, go eat dinner and relax. Today we are going to pull the trailer out because it's cloudy, but it was supposed to rain yesterday, so that's why I was working in here, but it's not supposed to rain today. So we're gonna pull the trailer out, we're gonna wire up the new lights, and then we're gonna put the deck on. I've just laid these boards here. They're gonna be cut to angled because these boards I cut on the back This was the leftover, so we'll just set these here. But anyway, so the plan today is wire the lights and then put down the rest of the decking, and then we'll have us a new utility trailer. All right, we need to fish this new feed up through the tongue, and to do that, I'm gonna clip these old wires and duct tape or electrical tape this fitting to it and just pull it through like a snake. All right, we've got the wire run all the way back through the back here, and I just need to drill out these to put the lights in there. But first I want to go ahead and put the deck on, because I can do that later. So first things first, let's get the deck. Got some of the boards over here, so I'm going to start cutting them to length so I know how many I need to bring over and cut. But it's coming along. It's starting to almost look like a trailer. We are about half decked. All right, so wherever these U-bolts are at, these boards are hanging up just a hair, but that's all right. Now I just need to run a chalk line or a straight line and cut these, and I'm done. Well, at least I'm done with the deck. We got us a utility trailer with no welding. Would have been fun to weld something, but hey, I got plenty of wood from the mill and I don't have a welder, so this kind of worked out. So the deck is all done. All I need to do now is drill out down here for the lights. So put my 2 brake lights, turn signals, all that stuff on there. And gotta work on this. This thing, that may need to be replaced. This I definitely think I'm gonna need to replace. Unless I can put something on there to get that thing rolling, because otherwise it's pretty well stuck. So I may have to grind that off, put a new one on. And I may need to do something with the chains. But hey, we're pretty darn close. Hey YouTube. All right, we're pretty much done with the trailer. We got all the lights wired in, double checked everything. Didn't seem like they wanted to work for a little bit, but there was a ground wire issue, so I've got that resolved. And now I just need to come in here and bolt down these D-rings. I'm through bolting them in with washers and lock washers, so that I'll be able to tie lumber and stuff on here. I'm not planning to haul anything significant on this, so you know, I'm not really worried about going down the road having, you know, a couple £1,000 worth of equipment on it. So this is just gonna be for light duty stuff, hauling lumber, stuff like that. Maybe get my ATV on it, maybe. If I do that, I may want to upgrade my strapping and tie it directly into the frame. But for what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bolt these into the boards and call it good, because for what I'm going to do, that's really all I need. So we're going to lay these out, drill through and bolt them up, and we're going to be done with this. All right, we are done. Got the 4 D-rings for now. I may put 2 more up here, but this will really do 8-foot long product boards, and yeah, should hold it just fine for what I'm gonna do. Tail lights are all working, so they're down there. So we are pretty well done.